Hey everyone, welcome to Intro to Business. My name is Lindsay Cullenberg and I am your professor for this course. I just wanted to take a few minutes and kind of give you a rundown of the course and show you where you will find everything. So hopefully we're going to have a great seamless semester. So when you open your course page or when you open your Blackboard Trail, you should come to this. So it should say Introduction to Business. And then when you scroll, you will see your content here. So you see these tabs up here, they kind of act as guides for the course. The first one here on the left is content. This is where you will find all of the meat of our course. So all of your assignments, and I've got everything broken down into modules, and I'll kind of explain those to you in just a minute. Here you have your calendar, and I don't actually specifically use this tool, but if you want to keep up with some due dates, they should appear there. Here we have announcements, and right now you just see some drafts of things, but I will be sending announcements pretty regularly in this class, and I usually have them set to also go to your email address too, your UAPTC email, so make sure that you check that regularly. And then here we've got discussions. Now you will find your discussions in the content when you have them due, but this is kind of a shortcut to them if you want to use that. This is your grade book. So this is where you will see all of your grades housed. I don't have any grades for myself right now, so you won't see anything, but I do update it regularly. So just make sure you keep up with it. And if you have any questions ever, please don't hesitate to ask. Here's messages. You can write me a message, shoot me a message here, and it'll come. It's kind of like an email. In Blackboard, I will also see it in my UAPTC email as well. And you should too, I believe. Could be a setting to set, but when you email me or write me a message here, I'll get it here, and it should also go to my email too. So very good tool. My email is lcullenberg, KULLENBERG at uaptc.edu if you just prefer to email, but you'll find all of that in the syllabus as well. And so those are the main tabs that you'll be using in this course. So I'm going to go back to the content here, okay? So this is, they say 5 weeks. It's about a 4.5-week course, so it's very fast-paced, but a lot of my students like it because they get it done quickly. So it's the same amount of work that you would get in a 15, 16-week course in a normal semester, but in 4.5 weeks, okay? So because of that, each week we will be doing 3 to 4 chapters a week. So it's a lot of reading, but don't be discouraged. We're going to have fun, and I will be touching base with you regularly, so you don't feel lost. And if you have any questions, you can always feel free to reach out to me. But I do, because it is so much work, encourage my students to kind of touch base daily if you can, just even if it's just to make sure you haven't missed an announcement or anything like that. That just kind of keeps you on course. Just kind of make it a habit. Maybe do it first thing in the morning or whenever that is convenient for you. And so that way you're not bombarded at the very end of the week with 3 chapters to read and 3 quizzes to take and whatever it may be. Okay. So just highly encourage you to kind of check in daily, at every other day at minimum. Every Sunday, most of your assignments will be due every Sunday at midnight unless I tell you otherwise, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind as well. So when you come to content here, you will hit start under this start here where you will find information about me. And then I use Remind in this class to send important reminders, due dates, and stuff like that. So I highly encourage you to sign up for that, download the app. It's just called Remind, and then sign up, and I've got the information here for you. Is where you'll find your syllabus and your course schedule and just a little bit of information about the course. And this is the course agreement form, so just make sure you go through that syllabus. And this here right here is just, saying that you have read the syllabus and you agree to it. And everyone has to do that before you can move forward with the class, so keep that in mind. And then you'll just find required materials here, which is your textbook, which I'll show you in a minute, and some other great resources for you to be able to utilize. Here you will find your textbook. We will be using OpenStax, and it's free. You'll just click that, and so you have availability. It's right there always, so it's great. A lot of students like that feature. If you do want a physical copy of it, you can order one on Amazon. Just search for this book, and it should pop up. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks. It's not too expensive in comparison to most textbooks. But if you're fine with the digital book, it is free. So here you will see, this is how I have it broken down into weekly modules. Now you will only be able to see the first couple of weeks when you start class, and I will open them as we go. But I just kind of wanted to show you what it will look like. So when you click on each module, for example, the first week we're doing chapters 1, 2, and 3. I'll have an introduction here. And so where we all just kind of introduce ourselves. That way we will be family by the time we get done. And you'll see your assignments. For every chapter, I've made a folder. And this is just to kind of keep it streamlined and make it easier to find, since we will be doing multiple chapters a week. So here you'll click on, just for an example, chapters 1 materials, and you'll see everything for chapter 1. And then same with chapter 2. Hold on, chapters 2 and 3, okay? And if you will see here with each module, I tell you what you have due with each one. So I tell you what chapters we're covering, in this case, chapters 1, 2, and 3. And then you will have the following assignments due this week: your introduction, course agreement test, your chapter 1 discussion post, chapter 2 and 3 assignment, and then chapters 1, 2, and 3 quizzes, and your remind bonus. So every module will have that. So that's got like a good double check to make sure that you have completed everything. And I do that for each one. So each one will be laid out the same for modules or weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So week 5 is a short week. We will finish up the book with chapters 15 and 16. We'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then your final will be due the next day. So that is kind of a rundown of the class. I've got some discussion post information here that some guidelines that would be good for, just kind of give you a rough estimate of what I'm looking for in your discussion posts. But I try to be very thorough with your discussion posts, so you should be able to see that there as well. But that's just a good rundown of our class this semester. And again, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can shoot me an email. You can shoot me a message via Remind. I'm not in my office much this summer, so those are the best ways to contact me. But again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And I am looking forward to chatting with you all soon.